The morning Auntie Amma died, Abena was the one who noticed. She had woken at 4:47 a.m. the way she always did, a habit her body had built over 9 years of light sleeping, listening for the old woman's cough or the small knock of her walking stick against the bedpost. That morning there was nothing, just silence, thick and final. She went in. She checked. She sat on the edge of the bed for a long time before she called anyone. The relatives arrived on the third day. Abena had not seen most of them before. There was Uncle Kofi from Tima, who had a stomach that arrived before the rest of him, and a voice that filled every room. There were 2 women she was told were Auntie Amma's cousins, both in printed silk, both carrying handbags Abena could not have afforded in 2 years of saving. There were younger men she couldn't place, standing near the gate and speaking in low voices, with their phones pressed to their ears. Her mother came too on the second day and pulled Abena into the kitchen and said, "Just be patient, the Lord will provide." Abena nodded and went back to making rice for people who had never once come to help turn the old woman, or clean her, or sit with her through the long nights when the pain made her weep quietly into her pillow. The will was read on the 5th day, in the sitting room where Auntie Amma's chair still held the shape of her. Abena had not been told there was a will. Nobody had mentioned it. The document appeared from a briefcase belonging to a lawyer she had never seen, a small man with glasses and a short-sleeved shirt, who read quickly without looking up. The house, to the Church of the Everlasting Harvest, Accra branch. The shop on Autumn Road, to the Church of the Everlasting Harvest, Accra branch. The piece of land behind the house, to the Church of the Everlasting Harvest, Accra branch. The room went very quiet. Then Uncle Kofi said, "Amen, God's will be done," and 2 of the cousins said amen also, and the young men near the back nodded, and the lawyer closed his briefcase. Abena sat still. She thought about the shop, how she had opened it every morning for the last 4 years when Auntie Amma could no longer walk the distance, how she had kept the accounts in a blue exercise book, how she had never once taken from the cash without writing it down. She thought about her daughter, Efua, 11 years old, secondary school fees due in September, uniform, books, the registration deposit alone. She thought about the mat she had slept on outside the bedroom door, not because there was no space, there was a guest room. She slept on the mat because she was afraid she wouldn't hear the old woman if something happened in the night. She pulled her mother aside before she left. "Mama, where will I go?" Her mother held both her hands and looked at her with eyes that were tired and a little guilty and mostly resigned. "Abena, this world is not fair, you know this. We don't fight family matters in court. It brings shame." She paused. "God saw everything you did. He will reward you." "I need the reward now, Mama," Abena said. "Efua's school fees are in September." Her mother said she would pray about it. The church sent 2 men to assess the property the following Tuesday. They walked through the house with a clipboard, opening cupboards, measuring rooms. One of them asked Abena how long she had been living there and whether she had a formal tenancy agreement. She said no. He wrote something down. She was given 30 days. She packed her things into 2 bags, the same 2 bags she had arrived 9 years ago. Abena helped her, quiet and careful, folding things neatly the way Abena had taught her. At the door, her daughter looked up and asked, "Mama, did Auntie Amma know this would happen to us?" Abena picked up both bags. "I don't know," she said, and that was the most honest thing she could say, because the answer lived in a grave in Kumasi, and it wasn't coming back.